And like I said, I was in the house the last 2 days resting up with my baby mother. And I woke up to a guy standing in my bedroom over me with a shotgun. He never pointed at me, but he had the gun in his hand, explaining to me someone broke in his house.
Right there.
We're currently at the Remnant House Outreach Ministry, which is located in Montgomery, South Carolina. I've been here now a total of like maybe 42 days now. That's my clean time, you know. I've been clean 42 days also.
So he had to enter your house, right? So he walks by her with a gun in your bedroom. She doesn't come behind him and say, where you going, what you doing, why you coming in my house, Jermaine, get up, nothing like that.
No.
Okay, what would make a woman not be protective of her man?
I don't know.
Sure you do, if you did know. You can't ever, you can't tell me you don't know.
I mean,
if you did know, what would make someone not want to protect you, cover you?
I'm assuming because
Don't assume. Tell me. You already know the answer.
Things I've done.
Right.
You know?
My main function is that I confront attitudes and behaviors, and I bring them to the forefront where they may have not seen it, or they may be in denial about something that they're doing that's keeping them bound to their addiction.
Like I said, everybody was on the block. The word is, they say you did it. So I was like, oh yeah. I said, well, I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do to this guy when this guy come on the block today.
Stop. Being sober is more than us just not using drugs. Because if that was the case, everybody in this room could say, we sober. But it's not just that easy. It's about behavior. And these behaviors pour over into every aspect of our life, not just with our on the block, right? It pours over into work. So you come into Remnant House, right? Seeking a new way to live.
Amen.
And we have to battle with our stinking thinking. Would you think that that was a part of stinking thinking?
Oh, that was thinking at its finest.
I've been struggling with addiction, and my life became unmanageable. I was completely lost, and I didn't have any help with direction. I don't have many people in my life that I could turn to.
The only thing that changes the heart of man is the word of God.
Amen.
The Bible says, if a man don't work, he
don't eat.
But that's not only natural food, that's spiritual food.
Spiritual growth, amen.
It builds you up, right?
Yeah.
You say, yeah, tell me how.
Getting in the Word and praying helped me accept my identity, who I was. And I got such a confidence and acceptance, and just natural growth came from it. Through Jobs for Life, I learned, what my talents are, what my gifts are, and how I can implement them into my workforce. Now I'm someone that people want to hire.
Amen.
Rather than me going out there to strive for a job, is people want me to work for them.
But you crying? Why you crying?
I'm here for change, man. Like, I need it. I don't never want to go back, like you said, to that whole pen. I want what God has for me, and I'm taking every advantage I got at this moment. It's for real.
A 21-year-old shooter has been arrested for killing 9 people during a prayer service at the Emmanuel African Methodist Episcopal Church in Charleston. The massacre is being investigated as a hate crime.
Our first semester spawned off from the shooting at Emmanuel, and there was a lot of hatred going on within Charleston. So Sovereign Grace, being a predominantly Caucasian congregation, and the Ministries being a predominantly African-American congregation, we coming together under Jobs for Life, breaking down those barriers just by us being family.
I think more in the next year, we're looking more and doing more things with each other, letting the community know that these two churches have fellowship and come together.
Sometimes we don't want to get out of our comfort zone when we see somebody, on the street that doesn't smell like us, or doesn't look like us, or doesn't act like us. I think Jobs for Life, this site, gives an opportunity to break people out of their bubble and continue to open up doors for them to love their brother and sister.
The purpose of this class is to learn how to recognize signs of needing help along the journey, as well as to continue to strengthen jobs readiness skills by presenting in communication techniques that will enhance interviewing and job search experiences.
When you're going in for an interview, it's helpful to research the company so that you know about what they do. And you can present that knowledge, then the employer is going to understand that you have an understanding of what they do. And that's going to look positive in their eyes.
As soon as you walk in the door, that's when you pretty much your interview start. They may be paying attention to every little detail that you do. And you know your history of the company and know everything.
The purpose of the interview to me is to give the employers a look into who I am and an opportunity to sell myself as best as I possibly can.
That's the key.
I got in trouble back in the early 2000s. I spent 10 years, 2 months in prison, and then I got sent to a treatment program because my crime was a sexual crime. I spent 30 months in that. When we come out of prison, and we go for these interviews, they're gonna ask us, why did we leave our last job? We're teaching a class, how are we gonna get a job when we come out of prison? Work's really important when you first come out because you've got to find something to fill that time, because if you don't fill that time, you're just gonna end up right back where you were.
It started in one of the sites we were working, and I just, saw him, how he handled himself and how detail-oriented he's been, and now he's my main right hand. So he is a pillar now in the company, and I believe we can go ways.
Being in prison is not going to stop you from getting a job. It's really all about attitude, having the right attitude. When you come out, you hit the ground running, and we all know that we all don't come out with the right attitude. So God leads us. We have to follow that lead. It's amazing what God does when he puts the right people in place. And I didn't let my situation get me down. I just moved forward. And I went through some rough times trying to get out, but God prevailed, and I finally hit the streets, and I've been moving forward ever since. I enjoy life now a lot more than I did before.
My old ways, they don't fit me anymore. So I traded them for some that would make you proud. I am human, but I am new and I'm restored. So I'll tell you who I am and I'll say it loud.
Tonight we will be doing our third graduation for Jobs for Life, and we're very excited.
Welcome to the Net International Ministries and to our joint venture with our partner and loving sister church, Sovereign Grace Ministries. Amen. That deserves a big hand. We're unified together, joined together by the hip.
But I wanted to thank you, Sabrina, Faith, Sylvania, Jamie, and Barron for coming here tonight. I want to thank you for the last 12 weeks that you guys have put in the hard work. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here tonight. So thank you.
See, I was the guy called almost. See, he almost got the job, but he couldn't pass the drug test. No, he almost was able to buy the car there, but he spent all his money on drugs. See, he almost, became a mentor and everything. But he was wearing masks, he was being deceptive. See, I was the almost guy, and Jobs for Life set me up to take the mask off, and that's what Remnant House does, because it's all about the whole man. Because I am one of the lives that's been changed. And my life is still changing, and I just thank God for that.
So coming every Tuesday, I've learned that I can be teachable, that I can be honest, that I can obtain the knowledge that I've learned from my mentors. And it's a good thing to know that I've started this, finished this, and I will be starting school and will be finishing that. So my dreams are big. I want to one day have my own businesses, not just one. And businesses where my children can, once they're about to graduate from school, they already have their setup in line for them.
Right now, I have so much emotions right now because I'm so happy. Job for Life has taught me that I can do anything with God.
Tonight I'm graduating from the program, and I feel like I'm proud that I'm finally completing something in my life. This is something that helped me grow as a person and to better my life, and I feel honored that I've been a part of the program.
I think the most exciting thing is to see someone that got a job and you hear from them, oh, everything is going wonderful. But this has given me that opportunity to touch lives, yes, through God, yes.
But I was going through a lot of personal problems, for with family, for as my addiction, and I wasn't working, I was unemployed. But after completing Jobs for Life and everything, I ended up with 2 jobs. So I was working in the day and working in the afternoon. So it works, I'm living proof that it does work.
'Cause I believe in the good in me. It's not about where I've been, but who I'll be. So I'll move ahead with the will to fight. I might make mistakes, but I'll make them right.
Helping and assisting the poor, I believe, is twofold. If you don't have clothes, you need to clothe them. If they don't have food, we need to get them food. But if we only do that, we will always be doing that. And they will always be returning for that. So we need to teach them how to fish, as the old saying would go.
I think that's what Jobs for Life does, is ask the question, why and how did you get there? Whether you have come with emotional baggage, whether you have come with a felony, or if you have come with homelessness. We're still brothers, we're still sisters. And I think it's wonderful to know that those walls get broken down. I would love to see that spread out from here.
I'm hoping that when it's all said and done, I can continue on the path that I'm on right now. And like I say, that just is just to be a positive example, to give hope to those who think there is no hope. Because there's a lot of people in the world that's content with what they got going on, and I don't mean that in a good way, I'm a bum, I'm an addict, I'm whatever. This is who I'm gonna be for the rest of my life. And they don't have to do that. There's another way.